In this video, looking at Romans 8:22 through 23, for we know that the whole creation groans and suffers the pains of childbirth together until now. And not only that, but also we ourselves, having the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting eagerly for our adoption as sons and daughters, the redemption of our body. The point that Paul is making here is simply that the period of time in which he found himself, and by extension in which we find ourselves, is a period of delay. And in that delay there is suffering, but that suffering is not without faith. Paul characterizes this as a period of waiting, but his language is really interesting here. It's not so much waiting as it is yearning for what he calls the redemption of the body. See, Paul's eye is always toward physical resurrection. And this is why we have to be so careful not to characterize everything Paul says as spiritual. Paul's theology of the human spirit is right here. As a believer, you have the first fruits of the Holy Spirit. That is the promise, the hope of resurrection. What in Ephesians he calls the down payment. But what you and I await is the day the Spirit's power works in us the way it worked in a deceased Jesus, resurrecting him to new life. That, as a Christian, is your great hope, and Paul explains that here.